Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. So today, I'm going to go over something that I've been thinking about after a conversation I had with my good friend of mine a few days ago. And both of us are very into self-improvement, personal mastery, this kind of stuff. And we were having conversations about ebbs and flows, like when you have a good moment in self-improvement, when you have a bad moment. And he said that often a bad day would be followed, a good day would be, in terms of self-improvement, so let's say you do lots of positive habits, get up early, meditate, all this kind of stuff, that would be followed by a bad day, where, you get up a bit later, not do such good work. And he said this almost like you're kind of rewarding yourself for having a good day. And he said this was a bit of an annoying cycle. And it's interesting because I haven't really had this happen to me in the same way. Obviously, I know what he's talking about, and it's happened to my life in other ways. But as far as it concerns self-improvement, generally I've found the opposite to be true. That positive days breed more positive days, and negative days breed more negative days. So, I think I've kind of understood why this is. So, for example, if I have a good day in self-improvement, I meditate, I go to the gym, I read, I get sunlight, all this stuff. I journal, I feel really good about it, so I'll want to do it the next day, and the day after that, and it kind of compounds positively. And meanwhile, if I have a day off, if I have a bad day, then I'm going to kind of be less convinced that it's worth me doing it, because I'm on a sort of negative cycle with it. And what I think it comes down to, guys, is basically you have to enjoy your self-improvement in some sense. It can't be a battle. And obviously you need to, especially if you're early on, sometimes you need to just force yourself to do stuff, and it's definitely good to challenge yourself, every now and again. Try just getting up really early one day, have a really intense workout one day, go up to the hottest girl in the room and ask for a phone number, Like sometimes you got to do really sort of things that really stretch you. But in terms of the progress, I think that most of the progress I've made has been because I've got into a positive loop of it, where I'm actually enjoying what I'm doing. If not in the moment itself, I feel good afterwards, and good enough that I want to do it the next day. So, I might have a very painful workout, I might be sort of reluctant to go because I want to do something else, but when I step out of the gym, I'll be like, yeah, that was worth it, That's that kind of positive loop. I'll be meditating, I don't really want to meditate, I want to get on with other things, but I force myself to meditate, I don't really enjoy it. Then I wake up and then I think, I open my eyes and I'm like, yeah, that was worth it, I go to bed early, I'm reluctant to because I want to stay up, but I go to bed and my head hits the pillow and I think, yeah, that was worth it. So there's a very clear rewards, mechanism going on. And I think in terms of self-improvement, if you want to see progress, that's what you need to tap into. Because that is what keeps you coming back, and that's what gets you addicted to it. And once you tap into that, you don't really feel the need to get days off as such. You don't think, oh, I exercised really well yesterday, so I don't need to exercise today. You think, no, I felt fantastic after I exercised yesterday, and I want to feel like that today, so I'm going to exercise today as well. If you have a day off from drinking, when you're going out, you don't drink when you're out with your friends, you feel really good, and then the next time you don't feel like you want to reward yourself by drinking. You're like, actually, I had a really good experience last time I didn't get really pissed, so I'm not going to drink this time. That's what you want to tap into, guys. And to be honest, if I don't get that kind of reward for my efforts, that's a discernible reward for my efforts in self-improvement, I won't do the thing. So I introduced a habit recently, which was I wanted to reduce how much I went on my phone while I ate, because which I think is a good habit. Like, I do really think it's a good habit. So I would make sure that the first 5 mouthfuls that I had of food, I wouldn't go on my phone. And after that, after those 5 mouthfuls, you know, I've had a bit of time, just me and the food. Then if I switch on some YouTube, that's fine. And it was a good habit to do, but I've stopped doing it just because I wasn't finding that I really wanted to do it. I felt like I was forcing myself to do it. In a way that once you get into the groove of doing the habit and you start getting the reward from it, you don't need to rely on it. And in this situation, I wasn't getting that reward for my efforts. So I was like, fuck it. I'm just not going to bother with this anymore. It's using up too much mental energy that could be spent on other things, where I am seeing return on investment. So, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing. You know, I just make sure that what I'm watching on YouTube is really good stuff. You know, I'm not scrolling on my. That's the main thing, is to reduce scrolling. So I'm not, you know, I'm still present with what I'm eating. Well, to some extent, you know. And in the future, I'll come back to that habit, and maybe because of other things I've done, maybe I've upgraded my mindfulness and stuff like that. I'll be much more effective. That habit will be much more effective. But you have to go with the grain, guys. That's what I really think. You know, same with a lot of stuff. You know, like going to sleep in, like working in a different room to what you sleep in. I don't really have that luxury to do that at the moment. Like, I just work in this room and sleep in it. So I don't really bother, because it's like, you know, you can't really get the return on investment on everything. Some things you're going to be able to, you know, some things you're not. But just really go with the grain, guys. That's how you're going to make those improvements. And yeah, you just kind of got to enjoy it in some way, basically. So I hope that makes sense, guys. And yeah, I think this is really the cornerstone of self-improvement, is to tap into what makes it fulfilling and enjoyable, even if it's difficult. So yeah, hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next video.